tight. This here rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Folks, it is always a celebration here in New Orleans, and we are just outside of the Hoppin' French Quarter at the Caesars Superdome. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. The first quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. A fairly short kick from the 14, and he returns this to the 22.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, as built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Perry. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Saints are the perfect 4-0 to start the campaign. And they've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 27-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. There again is Thomas. They've gone to him a lot. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the Vikings' 28-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
It's been a pretty long opening drive. This will be play number 11 coming up on 3rd down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They'll try to capitalize on play number 11 of this opening drive. 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field very well.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Start on the ground here in Nwangu. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Here's Tua. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They run for the first time with Ty Chandler. They'll get this up to the 47 and block down there.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On 2nd and 7, Tua. And this one too low.
They'll put a check. Receivers if we're in man coverage, because he just did it on that one, forcing incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
That is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Yeah, and you see the final number there on how far that ball traveled. Pretty impressive. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Taken from about the 12. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Saints take over first down 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Two seconds to go, first quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The pass caught by Olave. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second down and 3. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Perry. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Looking to throw. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And able to use the stiff arm to gain leverage initially, but not much room thereafter. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also have those one-on reads downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
Now
3.
back to throw.
The 38-yard line.
Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are once again back in front. Lutz with the extra point. The lead is now 10-7.
Makes the score Saints.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Tua going to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
Think about all the different techniques he has deployed in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Vikings first down.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Buying time to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. Brian Asamoah working his way in to pick up the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave. 42 yards. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pick up there of 20 yards. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Looking to pass. Tua. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Chandler. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And the slot man goes in motion left. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Tua to try again on 2nd down. Finding Hawkinson here on the out route. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Will Lutz to kick off quarter 1.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 63 yards receiving for him now, and that last catch good enough for a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
19 Tiger.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And here's Kamara on the read option. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. That they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the 2nd half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. On first down, Tagovailoa. Over the middle, complete. It's Chandler. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 33. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Tua to throw again. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
No, 52.
Here's Chandler on second down. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Ty Chandler, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken from about the 12. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10. Their own 27-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
On the ready.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 37. First play's a run with Nwangu. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Tua. Middle of the field to Jefferson. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
Again, 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Tua. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Allen's got it complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
It's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. And Allen's got it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now a handoff to Chandler. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Tua going to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And when you throw as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Tua now, third and goal. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Looking to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. First and 10. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Justin Jefferson. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Vikings.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Set, hut. Watch out now. 50, next, now. Opposite, green. Steal, catch, steal. Smash, smash, hut.
On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu. A 21-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Pass complete, Thomas. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, he's still got to hustle. They're going to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
18, 10 through 11, 10 through 11. Ready?
They'll look to throw. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. You have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. Another run now for Nwangu. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. On 3rd, here's an option play right.
Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Fielded just inside the 20. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Count them now, 6 interceptions between last week and this week. Now, the 3 picks last week helped them to a win. They're in the driver's seat once more.
And they're the ones that are doing all the leading, aren't they? Right? The 3 interceptions last week, that led to a victory. 3 interceptions so far in this game, that has them out in front. We often think of the offense driving things. In this case, it's the defense, not just holding teams, but creating big plays for themselves.
Okay, right?
An excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for Minnesota, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers.
Let's go. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the first of all time. I said I'm coming for everything. You good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the place. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I am the place. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. The chattermouths who talent don't average out. If your flow ain't nowhere near this caliber, that don't count. Competition get flattened out. Getting money like I went top 3 in the first round. My salary that amount. They want my style, but that ain't much to be flat about. I take it as a challenge when rappers calling my status out. One of the best. best, and they ain't my pedigree. You can have the rings, or we did it, AI's legacy. I got champion genetics. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the first. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I swear I am the first. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the first. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. Remember me. I swear I am the first. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the first. Next level. One of the best. Remember me. I am the first. I'm the first. Next level. I'm coming for everything. Everything. I am the first. Remember me.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gon' give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I make men in them. Enemies, I'm the enema, I'ma on them. Just like my keys, drop my on the dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies